Right guys, we have some potential bad news regarding AirPods Pro 2 and their pricing, so let's delve into it. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours, and with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so this information's coming from Shrimp Apple Pro. Now, they've been pretty credible as of late, and so I do think this information should be quite legit. But guys, I'll be honest, I am a lot more skeptical about this report compared to their previous reports, and so let's delve into it and then I'll explain why. So the tidbit's pretty simple, and that is they believe AirPods Pro 2 could be $350, which of course is a whopping $100 more than the AirPods Pro right now. Now guys, that is an absolutely insane price tag, but let's delve into why this could be the case and why this might not be the case. So beginning with why this might be the case, the first reason's pretty simple, and that is I can actually see Apple charging that much for these new AirPods. I think we saw with the AirPods Max that Apple has no problem charging way more than the competition for their earbuds. In fact, I would say that applies to most of their products, and I think Apple can justify this because they do tend to nail a few aspects of their products that could justify the high price tag. So in this case, I feel like AirPods Pro could justify the price tag with the sound quality, the ANC, and also the transparency modes, with the last one being the big feature because I've seen a ton of reviews on various earbuds and they always fail with their transparency modes. Apple's just the king in that aspect. And also of course the integration with other Apple devices is another major plus, and so basically Apple can get away charging this much for these AirPods Pros because of course they do have a few features that you can't get on other earbuds. Another reason why I think this might be the case is of course the all-new design. So as we've heard in the past, we should see a new stemless design for the new AirPods Pro. Now this apparently is difficult to make, and so there is a chance these stems could stay, but either way, Apple is shrinking the size of these earbuds, and that's going to be hard because of course the tech itself has to be packed in a smaller volume. And so this redesign is not only going to be very hard to engineer, but also of course to mass produce. And so because of that, Apple has to increase the price. And yes, I know the AirPods 3 with their redesign only saw a small price hike, but do remember that AirPods 3 for the most part was incorporating stuff we already saw with AirPods Pro. So of course, it wasn't a complete redesign in my opinion. Whereas this, of course, if it does go stemless, is going to be completely new. So this, along with the specialized miniaturized hardware for this new design, is going to cost a lot. And by the way, the component shortages could also be playing a role in this. I'm sure that suppliers are now charging higher prices for these components, and so as a result, Apple's forced to pass on the cost to us consumers through higher prices. But now let's delve into why this might not be the case, and that begins with the fact the earbud space is very competitive. So of course in the early days of AirPods, they were pretty much the only earbuds that gave you a seamless experience. But of course now that's not the case. While of course AirPods Pro does have superior sound, ANC, and also transparency modes, a lot of earbuds give you some of those qualities for a way cheaper price. And so as a result, AirPods sales have kind of dipped. Now do note, this was before the release of AirPods 3, and so of course with the new regular AirPods, maybe sales do increase again, but for the most part, competition is heating up, and I think it's in Apple's best interest to not of course overprice their products as per usual and actually compete with the competition and give us pretty good pricing. I mean, the AirPods Max that I mentioned before were so expensive that they kind of bombed. They did not sell that well, and so that might be a lesson for Apple that they're better off going with lower prices. And yes, I know I mentioned these AirPods could be more expensive to make, but of course, Apple could reduce their profit margins and instead make up the money they lose on hardware sales through their services. Since of course, do remember that with each AirPods purchase, you get a few months of Apple Music for free, so of course, that's going to entice consumers to try out Apple Music, and eventually they might subscribe, and that is recurring revenue for Apple. So yes, while they make less profit initially, they can sell more AirPods with a lower price, and as a result, more consumers subscribe to Apple Music. So yes, in my opinion, I don't see the price going all the way to $350. If anything, I do think the price should be around $279 to $299. But tell me in the comments below, guys, how much do you think these new AirPods are gonna start at? Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video in the card above on details regarding the iPod Touch 8. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.